word counts, deadlines, watching everyone else and wondering why I can't write as fast as them, the pressure to write an entire novel in 1 month. I want none of it. Jess here, welcome back to another video. So, if you're in this whole writing community online, you probably are aware that NaNoWriMo 2022 has just begun. I am arriving a little bit late to the party, but as I am filming this, it is the 2nd of November, so day 2, and I participated in NaNoWriMo last year, of sorts, and I was thinking about whether I wanted to do it again this year. And I decided I did, but in a different way. NaNoWriMo has always appealed to me because it's a way of forcing you to work on your novel. It takes away all distractions and says, okay, here's your routine, here's your goal, now just go do it. However, what doesn't appeal to me are the word counts, deadlines, and the pressure of NaNoWriMo. I am quite a slow writer and I write fantasy. So the idea of having to write a whole fantasy novel in 1 month is quite daunting. If you're writing, say, YA or a contemporary novel where the average word count, particularly for contemporary, is around 80,000 to 100 words, I mean, lots of people don't do it, but lots of people do. However, if you're writing a big fat fantasy novel, even if you've done Preptober, how the heck are you going to be able to write it all in the month of November? Additionally, right now I'm trying to work on having a balance in all different areas of my life. So while writing is a huge part of it, I don't want to be holed up in my room for a full 30 days just working on this novel. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it means if I'm prioritizing all my time to work on this novel, it means you miss out hanging out with friends, you miss out hanging out with family, I miss out on all my other commitments, or I'm either doing writing and all my other commitments. It's just too much. It's just too hectic, really. Also, with the Australian academic calendar, I finish uni basically first week of November. So I've done a full semester of uni study. I get to the 1st of November and I'm like, there is no way I want to sit at my computer for another 30 months to try and churn out a full manuscript. Albeit a first draft, but you know. So keeping all of this in mind, I am going to do NaNoWriMo a little bit differently this year. I did this last year and I found it really helpful, so I'm just going to do it again. The way I've tailored NaNoWriMo to suit myself is instead of clocking in word count, I clock in hours. So basically, I keep track of how many hours of writing I do per day. And when I mean writing, I don't necessarily mean writing down physical words. It could also mean doing brainstorming, character backstory, world building, research, editing, all that kind of stuff that's involved in like writing a novel. And that's particularly important for me this time around because when I used this method last year, I was still working on the rewrite draft of my novel. Now I have finished that rewrite and I'm reading through and annotating and trying to tidy things up. And once I've done that, I'll be rewriting scenes and writing new scenes and researching and developing the world and the characters and all that kind of stuff. So there is really no point in me clocking word count because I won't be doing a lot of words anyway. My goal for this month of November is not to finish my novel because that's unrealistic, but to get in the habit of consistently working on my manuscript. While during uni time, I consistently work on my novel on the weekend. During November and in the holidays, I like to work on it a little bit throughout the week. And so NaNoWriMo is a really good way to start that habit and get my brain back into that creative headspace so then I can keep doing that in December, January and February as well because uni doesn't start till March. Another part of this method is kind of changing up the writing process just a little bit, or more so where I do it. So normally I will either be writing at this desk and it's often a lot messier and I have a footstool I use so I can stand at it and it's a whole thing, you know. I'm not normally displaying lovely midnights on my desk. So I'll either be writing here or I'll be writing in the living room or the kitchen, or often I'll write out on my deck in the sun. But when I do this NaNoWriMo method, I like to get out of the house and write in places I wouldn't normally write in. So last year I wrote at the beach, like I was literally lying on the sand on a towel after swimming, and I worked on my novel. I went into Sydney City and worked on in the city because it's set in a fictional city, so the vibes kind of worked. I would go write in cafes. So this year I want to do a similar thing. Go to a few cafes. I want to try. I'd love to get to the city again. But yeah, just making this process fun, because I get to November and I'm keen to work on my novel, but I'm also quite exhausted from routine and consistently working on something, because a lot of my uni stuff is project based. So this is a really good way of just changing up what I do, but still making sure I am clocking in the hours and kickstarting the habit again. So that's going to be my NaNoWriMo for 2022. If you're interested to see how this turns out, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because I'll be posting stuff on my stories and all that kind of thing over there. Won't be doing any vlogging for it, won't really say anything on YouTube, because I've got some fun Christmassy, summery vlogs and video plans, so I won't be doing anything for Nano. So you know, that is the plan, and I can't wait to get started. Thanks so much for watching. Smash that like button and click subscribe so you do not miss out on those exciting little vloggy plans I was talking about, and so the YouTube algorithm knows I am worth sharing to everyone else. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.